How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Hi. I sound like a robot. How you doing, guys? It's been some time. Today we are checking out the Xbox partner preview stream in half an hour. So yeah, we have half an hour to kill. So go get yourself some tea and get ready because today's some good stuff. They've already announced, and how you doing, by the way? Hi guys, how you doing? They've already announced that the Expanse is gonna be there, so we're gonna get some RPG sci-fi goodness, guys. We're gonna get some goodness today. So Mass Effect fans, strap in. We're gonna be eating today, because yeah. The Expanse is absolutely inspired by Mass Effect. They've said as much on the dev team. So there we go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Yeah, how you doing? Welcome, Silencer. How you doing? I see you guys talking about Crimson Desert as well. I'm playing it through right now. It's 70 hours or something, I think. It's pretty all right. It's pretty good. But it has issues, I would say. I'm working on a review for that as well, so don't you worry. That's going to be out at some point. But it's a big game, so it's a lot of things to explore. Yeah, Mass Effect guy here. Yeah. How you doing, Orion? I like Crimson Desert, absolutely, but I feel like, and I can give you guys sort of like a spoiler for my review, I feel like the game like gets good after like 50 hours. Early game I think is kind of a drag, honestly. Not entirely, there are good moments with it, but it's just a lot. There's a lot of confusing mechanics. Thankfully they came with a day one patch sort of, and fixed a lot of issues, like for the fact that you could, like, they didn't have a inventory chest, so you can store things. They added that now, so that's cool, and a bunch of other things they balanced. For example, the first real boss in the game, he was he was destroying me. But yeah, it's pretty fun, but it only really, in my opinion, gets fun after like a certain amount of hours, because that's when the game opens up and you get access to like being able to slot your armor and things like that. And that helps a lot. Here it takes about 8 hours to get into. Punished, that is the general sentiment. My opinion is that it's like 30. That's when it truly gets good. But yeah, I don't know. It's up to it's just personal opinion, man. It's just what I think. I'm not an authority on what you guys are allowed to feel. Dad streaming. Hey, Scornlock, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, they're working on the issues. I think that's really good to see that Perlibis is like, they're really working around the clock to fix a lot of stuff. And I think, at the end of the day, I wouldn't say that it's a great game yet. It could be, like, it has the potential to be a truly great game because it has a lot of the ingredients you need. They just need to fucking, fix stuff and just balance stuff. And I think at some point we're going to be all good. How are they fixing it? Because the biggest issue is the garbage control scheme. Yes, that's one thing that they have already kind of, not fixed, but for example, there is this move where you swing around, where you can like swing around fences. It's that really cool move where Cliff starts like spinning like a Sonic the Hedgehog. You had to like, what was it? Like hold the swing buttons and then press down R2 or R3 plus square, and it's like, oh, my fingers don't work like that, so they changed that to now you just need to essentially jump and then press R3. That's what you need to do now. So thankfully they changed that, and hopefully they can mess around a little bit more. Jenna, hi, we need the Expanse Osiris Reborn a demo, please. Yes, agreed. We need to We need to be able to play the game. But you know, we'll wait and see what they got cooking for us. At least we're gonna see some of the expanse today. I'm gonna switch over here to this window. There we go. We have a countdown, so now we don't miss it. We have a countdown. What are we talking about today, by the way? How's it hanging with you guys? You might have been wondering where I've been. Why do I not really stream that much anymore? Honestly, it just takes too much time. I have to like really work on my videos nowadays. So, you know, I've noticed that streaming is only something you can really do for special occasions, at least for me, because I get so spent. Especially when you start streaming like every day or like every other day, I still think it's too much. So, you know, because I have to still keep working on my videos, so it's like, yeah, it gets too much. Wait to skip my question. What question? Between Expanse or Exodus, which of them is still better? And which are you most excited for? Is that what you're asking? I don't think I don't really like have an exact opinion because we haven't really seen that much of either games. I'm just happy we are getting sci-fi RPGs, Mass Effect-esque games, I should say, right? One from a studio that has no connection to BioWare, one from a studio where some of the older devs that made Mass Effect are at. So it's like, you know, it's the best of both worlds, I feel. You know, we have actual fans of Mass Effect making a game that is very similar, but is not Mass Effect, it's the Expanse. And then we have like the Exodus is made by like veterans, as well as other veterans from across the industry. So I mean, I think we're good on both parts, actually. I'm excited for both of them. I think we should celebrating, or should be celebrating the fact that we're getting more games like this, right? More sci-fi RPGs. I live for sci-fi. I don't know if I've said that before, but it is definitely my favorite genre in terms of fiction. Right, science fiction, I feel, it's the dreamer's genre, right? Because the universe is so huge and there's so much potential, and there's so much potential in writing and world building when it comes to sci-fi. And when it comes to fantasy, it kind of often like boils down to very standardized tropes. Say like dragons, for example. I love dragons, but I'm kind of getting sick of dragons. And you know, swords and shields and whatnot. It's like it's been done to death so much. Meanwhile, I feel like sci-fi is more of like a untapped potential in terms of especially like RPGs, because we only have a few games really in terms of sci-fi that are really memorable, and that's like Mass Effect, it's KOTOR, Dead Space. Trying to think here, like actually iconic sci-fi games. I don't think it's that many actually. So we need more sci-fi, man. We need more sci-fi. How we doing, Arvos? I'm doing well. I'm actually feeling pretty good. Yeah. Feeling pretty chill. Right, Orion, makes sense. Focusing on the vids is better than streaming, in my opinion. Yeah, like especially when you put so much effort while you're streaming and you get so tired and spent, and so you can't really focus on making videos, so you lose the time you were supposed to make a quality video. I've noticed that because I mostly now just make videos, the quality is getting better and better. I feel like I'm progressing. I'm becoming a better creator. But maybe that's just me. But I feel good about my videos nowadays because I can actually talk about other things and try to widen my scope. Like, for example, the whole Concord and High Guard situation, you know, which, you know, I can go fully depth into these videos and spend like a week researching them and writing the script and everything, and it just feels good because it's like, oh, I'm actually doing something worthwhile here, you know. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Me too. I've become a sci-fi fan ever since Half-Life came out. Oh, I was. Can you say you became a sci-fi fan after Star Wars? Because I remember, I think it was The Return of the Jedi. Yeah, that was the first Star Wars film I saw. I didn't see the first two ones before that, but I saw Return of the Jedi when I was like 4. And that was like it, you know. I was like, stars, lasers, laser swords, you know, everything like that. Because, I mean, Star Wars is kind of fantasy as well, right? It's like a mix of fantasy and sci-fi. I mean, all sci-fi is fantasy as well, because a lot of the things they cook up in sci-fi doesn't exist. Like, for example, Mass Effect, space magic, like biotics. So, but still, it's like more towards the realistic side of things. Pragmata next month. All right, Saros. Saros, I'm not sure about. I feel like it looks too arcadey for my tastes, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's really good. It's just, you know, the fast-paced run and gun is not generally something I super enjoy. That said, I do like games like Warframe, where there's like a lot of run and gunning. But I don't know, Saros, maybe. It's not the first game that I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for this. It's like, it's Expanse and Exodus, you know. Exodus because of world building, the Expanse because the TV show, and I think it looks great already. It's a roguelite. Right, yeah, it's a roguelite. So yeah, I think roguelites can be pretty fun, but it's again, it's kind of like hero shooter, right? It's like a very specific subgenre of type of gameplay that I can get pretty sick of pretty quickly. Boxin, how you doing, man? Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dre, I love the aesthetic of fantasy, but I love the themes and psychology of sci-fi more. Yes. That is the difference between fantasy and sci-fi. Fantasy, it's more about the heart, right? It's more about the hero's journey, the, you know, things like that. I feel like sci-fi can be so much more interesting in other ways, where it's like it's widening your views, and, you know, especially when you start talking about like aliens and extraterrestrials and what does that mean, and you know, coming into a society of intergalactic an intergalactic society and things like that. I think it's definitely more thought-provoking in a way. That's kind of, I think I like sci-fi more generally. It might just be because I'm kind of burnt out on the whole fantasy Lord of the Rings aesthetic. Because then again, you know, Lord of the Rings has its very specific own aesthetic, but it's understandably, a lot of people have been trying to replicate a lot of the elements from Lord of the Rings into their games and movies and shows and for good reason. Because I mean, Tolkien really set the standard for various things in his books. I never considered Star Wars sci-fi. There's not much science in it. No. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking as well. It has sci-fi elements because it's set among the stars and it has spaceships and things like that, but it's definitely more like, yeah, fantasy sci-fi, which I don't have a problem with, of course, because I love Star Wars. I feel like I maybe should start what do you guys think about this? Should I start focusing more on, because I am, you know, people know me as the Mass Effect guy, right? What if I start moving more towards more Star Wars, as well as Mass Effect, and then The Expanse and Exodus, and other sci-fi games as well, for example, like KOTOR. I just think that kind of makes sense for the channel. Don't you guys think? Like, in a way, I do still want to be able to do these, you know, maybe retrospectives or looking at various situations, like with the Subnautica situation, for example, and the High Guard fiasco. I think those are fun to make, but I wonder if like the channel identity really is science fiction games or sci-fi RPGs specifically. With a new KOTOR, it can make sense. Yeah, I mean, we have 2 KOTORs technically. We have 3 KOTORs technically, because as I talked about in the video, they are, we don't know if they're actually working on KOTOR 2 right now at the same time, but the plans were revealed that they were gonna work on it at the same time while they were making that first KOTOR remake. So, but you know, aside from that, we also have Casey Hudson's Fate of the Old Republic, so FOTOR. So FOTOR and KOTOR, those are 2 games we're definitely gonna get at some point. Sci-fi, yes. Star Wars only, no. Though you should play the I played the Cal Kestis games. It's fine. Those are great. Thank you so much, Linnea, my dear girlfriend. She said, congratulations on your affiliate day on Twitch. Elias, welcome, man. It's been some time. How you doing? Continue with whatever really engages you. Well, what engages me is what partly, of course, I find interesting, but also what you guys find interesting, because whatever you guys find enjoyable, that's the thing about this channel, is whenever I see people enjoying a specific type of video that I make, for example, the KOTOR remake situation, I got so much good feedback from that video. I even got a shout out from 100% Star Wars himself on the video. So it's like, you know, I got so much good feedback from that. So I'm like, damn, you know, that's really engaging and, you know, something that people found really fun. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe I should just start doing more Star Wars in general. Star Wars, as well as like keep talking about Exodus and Expanse and Mass Effect as I always do. But I wonder. Star Wars absolutely uses science, just not hard science. No, true. Absolutely. It's more fantasy sci-fi science. So, you know, it's not like they're completely fantasy and everything is completely made up. Well, most things are, but the nature of the universe is more magical, I guess. Saber is doing KOTOR remix, so you know it will be perfection. I wouldn't say perfection, but I mean, Space Marine, fucking A, man. God. Now, speaking of like good gameplay, holy shit, Space Marine 2, it's goated gameplay. God damn. One of the few games that I think almost perfected the feeling of being a Space Marine, essentially. It's, you know, yeah, there's probably not much better. What made Mass Effect so special was its scientific mysteries? Yes, apart from like the companions and everything like that, but it's like a mystery. I think Mass Effect really is the quintessential mystery science fiction universe, essentially. Because when you play Mass Effect for the first time, right, it is also very mysterious. Like, that is the thing. I still get that feeling, you know, whenever I'm playing Mass Effect again. I get this, you know, sense that the universe is so big and so unexplored and so filled with potential, and it's thanks to the music and the environmental design and the mission layout and everything. It's like the Normandy, right? Because it's just a, you know, base, really. But you feel like you're exploring the universe, essentially. Bruno with the €2. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Please, more Mass Effect 5 videos. We need more hopium. I'm gonna get on that. I'm not I'm not lying. I have a video in the back pocket that I am working on, but it's probably going to turn out to be like 20 minutes or something. And I want to make sure that I hit all the major points and that I make it, instead of like rushing these videos out, I still want to take my time with them, because back in the day, right, when I started doing Mass Effect theories, I was just cranking out theory videos, right? And as much as that was kind of enjoyable, it also, like, some things just didn't feel completely coherent, like with certain theories and ideas of what could happen and things we've seen. I think I need to, well, I don't need to. I mean, I think most people would probably like love the video anyway, but it's like I want to be as, you know, precise as possible. I'm not lying. Yeah, I'm seriously. I know it's taking a lot of time because people are like, "Oh, what happened with all the Mass Effect videos?" Is it, first of all, I can't keep doing just the same game over and over again. Also, I need variety just to do something else. But it also gives me time to, or my mind essentially, to just automatically come up with, "Oh, that's a good idea," "Oh, that makes sense," or "Oh, that's cool, I didn't notice that before." And also, it kind of requires me to play through the games again. And so I've already recently done that. And so, it's like constantly working behind the scenes. I'd like ME5 exploration to be more Mass Effect 1. You know what? I don't. Yeah, sort of. That's the thing. I think Andromeda tried to kind of replicate it from the start when they started developing it, but like with procedural generation and stuff like that. But I think, for example, we got to talk about Andromeda here, because usually when people bring up exploration in Mass Effect games, they usually point to Andromeda and say, "Oh, it's bad," but it's like, yes, but Andromeda's exploration, in my opinion, wasn't bad because the ideas of having big explorable zones on the planet is bad. It's just the execution of it wasn't up to par. For example, you have to drive the goddamn Nomad everywhere. Like you have to drive it to certain mission locations, which can be a boring drag because there's not much on these planets. I also think that Mass Effect 1 did it well because you are visiting these planets and you can visit a bunch of planets, but there's only a specific amount of interactables or points of interests that are actually interesting, and you can see them on your map, and so you can go there and then just leave, right? You don't have to explore really in Mass Effect. It's optional, and because you already know where all the cool stuff is, generally there are some hidden things like the shifty looking cow and things like that, but it doesn't feel like a waste of time is what I'm trying to say. But in Andromeda, I feel like whenever I'm playing Andromeda, I'm driving the Nomad, it feels like a waste of time, right? So I think the best choice would be sort of what you said there, Punished, is that do it sort of like in Mass Effect 1, but I think they should just do the format where, oh, cool planet, but there's not much, but there's a unique thing there, or maybe, copy pasted basis. Hopefully not, because like we're in 2026 now. So interesting things, interesting encounters, do a little, Elden Ring, do a little, Red Dead Redemption 2, sort of stuff like that. Make it organic, make it interesting encounters, and then you leave, right? Just take off. Boom. So I think Andromeda's biggest problem is it makes you spend too much time at one planet at a time, which isn't super interesting in a franchise that's all about, especially like with Mass Effect 1, it started with, oh, the wonder of exploring, right? And there's not much cool on these planets, but you can fly there, you can land, you can check it out. Sometimes there's something cool, And it's not like in Starfield, where you land and it's all just copy pasted all the time. But then again, also Mass Effect can be kind of forgiven because that was made in, 2007? So, Starfield was made relatively recently, so you know. They nailed it in ME1. I love the exploration, especially because it's an older game, right? And they still managed to pull that off, which I think is cool. So something like that, yes, but it definitely has to be more detailed today. There has to be more, I wouldn't say effort, because I think they probably put in a lot of effort making that in Mass Effect 1 back then. But I mean, we have so much better systems now, engines that are so much better and more advanced. So I mean, they could technically just make more interesting encounters and just, you know, yes, give us planets, but make them specific planets with specific, you know, biomes, and not like free playing it completely, because in Mass Effect it's not like generated or anything like that. You land on these zones that have been crafted by BioWare. Even if it's like a copy paste job, it's still handcrafted. So yeah, you get what I'm trying to say here. Thank you, Save Keeps. Appreciate it. I want a Mass Effect game where the hub worlds have the size and depth of Cyberpunk, not gonna lie. Me too, but I think we're pretty far from far from an age where we can start doing that. Because like if every city is like Cyberpunk level of depth in a game like Mass Effect, where you like land on different planets and you have different hub worlds with different hub cities, that essentially becomes like a virtual simulator thing, right? Because at that point it's like, oh, now you're actually constructing a universe. It's more like what's it called, Star Citizen? Yeah, Star Citizen, the game that's never coming out. It becomes more like that then, right? But I don't even know if it's actually that deep, because I haven't played it since I tried it out the first time, and that was many years ago. This new expand sort of reminds me of Deus Ex, only you get to have two companions with you, lots of political intrigue and different ways to influence them. Great combat too. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we haven't really seen that much yet of the Expanse, but I have a feeling that we will with this one. Of course, they haven't announced that they're going to be here, so. I care more about having a very good story, writing, acting, etc., than the size of hubs or exploration. Yes, if anything, they should always prioritize the quality aspects like that makes the game memorable. So for Mass Effect and games like this, it's always been like the companions, the story, the dialogue choices, the role-playing aspects, the various outcomes depending on what you do. And then it's set in this almost like magical science fiction world where you feel like you're transported into a galaxy far, far away, right? So the setting is absolutely important, and the locations are absolutely important as well as to like craft the world building. But yeah, the important things for these games is definitely like a lot of the companions, romance in particular. Hey Zach, my dear brother, thank you for the 57 months. Jesus Christ, thank you so much. Mass Effect 5 protagonist should be Shepard Space Hamster on a mission of revenge. Yes, agreed. One minute away. Yep, we're close. I wonder when we're gonna. Okay, here it says something. Expands, Osiris Reborn, Stranger Than Heaven, Stalker 2, and more from our part. It's been a while since I started up Stalker 2. That was a pretty good game. Kind of buggy though. 57 months is a lot, and I feel old already. I feel old already too. God damn. We're getting old, guys. I feel my life slipping away watching these seconds count down. Let's see. I think I need to make myself a little smaller here so we can see the screen. Is that good? I think that's good. I don't want to make myself too small. Get ready, guys. Get ready. We're about to witness something, I think. Let's go. Let's go. Oh boy. Let's go. Partner preview. USA, Canada. Mature. Okay. Oh, 18 plus. Holy shit. What's this? Nacon? White Wolf, World of Darkness. Oh!
You never know what it will be. The thing that changes you forever. The danger no one else sees. Lurking in the shadows. Waiting for its prey.
Is it the Darkness universe?
Shaw took control. There's nothing here.
Oh no, what's that? What is he doing?
We have learned. We've prepared. And we won't let it happen again.
New York City, okay. Is that V? Oh, okay.
A reckoning is coming.
Hunter the Reckoning, Death Wish. Okay. Pre-alpha, okay. Okay. That wasn't much, though. But it's, okay, it's the summer 2027, so it's more than a year away. Okay. They got time to cook.
Learn more about this world premiere and the dangerous art of hunting the supernatural.
Oh, so this is an older game from GameCube, is it? Is it the same universe to Vampire the Masquerade? Oh!
No matter what we say.
Oh no!
The
Withering
choice
Waves!
still has to be yours.
Wait, did they change her outfit?
The opposite of the void. How far can memory-type resonators go before its power consumes them?
At worst, this anomaly might be tied to the power of the Fernodian, too. It seems they're already preparing their next phase.
Even if what I choose ends up making things worse.
Even then, it'll be okay. At least we've tried our best till the end and have no regrets.
No rush. Go see it for yourself.
I'm just waiting for this Cyberpunk collaboration here with this game.
Cluster cannon ready. The savior.
Because I really want to see how Lucy and Rebecca plays.
Your epitaph.
Straight to the stars.
Really? Go after it. I'll handle the rest.
Okay, she's cool. Huh. I wonder where they're gonna have that collab. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It was like another life. Everything made sense to you.
Oh, you're back already? Wait, so you flew in all that?
Now,
Damn.
every voice a tight beam.
Protegen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
Look at the facial animations. Would you look
Locked
at that?
onto you, like a torpedo.
Do not interfere.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong.
Owl cash, baby. Very tactical.
Series
Belta
belongs to
Loda.
Belters. I didn't become a mercenary to
Dialogue
run away
options.
from my enemies.
Fear festering into hatred. Typical.
Surely a little gun doesn't scare you.
Ooh.
A Trojan horse. Protegen let its
Welcome
own
back,
enemy see.
Miranda.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah. I'm expecting a lot of welcome back Mass Effect comments.
We have to find our own answer.
There we go. Yep. Yep. Looks very good. Looks very good. Coming spring 2027. Would you look at that? Funny because...
The Expanse, Osiris Reborn, is getting a beta. Find out how to get in and what's in store over on Xbox Wire.
Exactly. It's getting a beta as well. So, next year we're getting
I'm writing
Exodus
this
early
from my own
2027.
self.
We're also getting
Your
The
departure
Expanse
caused
early
quite the commotion
2027.
back home.
Next year is going to
But
be
I'm proud of you for making it
the
out
year
when
of the
you
science
did.
fiction RPG.
I've sent this letter to the address I once knew.
Beta? Yes, there's a beta.
That empty old farm
Not
up
yet.
in the mountains. Ashen Ridge is a good, humble town with good people in it. Warm, welcoming, but not too inquisitive. I have fond memories of that place.
Between
I
this
hope
and
you can make
Exodus,
a
our
few of
ME
your own.
needs are going to be satisfied. I
Be
think
wary.
so. I think so.
You'll reap what you sow.
That trailer was pretty
You've
good.
always had a knack
That
for
was
figuring
pretty
things
good.
out. That resourcefulness will
You can't
keep
tell
out
me
of
you
trouble.
didn't love the, you know,
We'll
the
land you right in the
designs for
middle
the
of it.
characters.
Take an old man's advice.
Oh,
Keep
yes.
busy. Lay
Yeah,
low.
blonde Miranda
Idle
right
hands
there.
are the devil's
What's her
playground.
name?
Make something of yourself. For yourself. While you still can.
What's her name again? Can you guys remind me? I should know her name. The blonde girl. God, I'm so happy everybody's hot. That is so good. Regina, thank you, Punished. Regina is the blonde girl. God, she's hot. Yvonne Strahovski. Right, that's Miranda's real actress.
Man. Looks like we're late for this one too.
We have
But
to
yeah,
stop getting snacks
Regina.
on the way.
Ooh,
Little
boy.
naps aren't helping either.
I get puffy when I don't. But that's beside the point.
We're gonna talk a little
Let's
bit more about
blast our way
Exodus
out of here
later
before
on.
we're traitors next. Time to get
Serious Sam? Really? Oh, dude, I remember this.
Asshole.
God, it's been so long.
Teleport first. Think never.
I remember all these enemy designs so well.
Lava golems! If only I had a garden hose.
Brace yourselves. I'm about to solve everything violently.
Look at that! Another end of the world situation.
I love the low poly Sam. Very nice. Wait, was that was not everything, right? Was it? Thank God. I was like, was that everything? Jesus. New Yakuza game? Oh, Jesus. God damn. Goddamn owl. Stranger Than Heaven. Very interesting choice to go with this drumming in the background. Ouch, the game? Yeah. Okay. Could be fun.
Excited for Xbox Presents a special look at Stranger Than Heaven? Discover more about this special deep dive broadcast on Xbox Wire.
That was a mouthful. Excited for Xbox Presents? What's this? Oh, Super Meat Boy. I see. That's me playing at Crimson Desert. God, this is so dumb. Yeah, welcome back to 2000 era ads, yes. Same reaction when I saw Blonde Miranda. Yay. God damn. Anger management.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Oh no. Oh boy.
One jump at a time.
You're doing great.
What a goofy haircut. My guy.
Life is about stories. About where we've been. About where we're going. Still as beautiful as I remember.
I don't know,
about
man.
The people we meet along the way.
Oh, hello, sir. Welcome to Carl's Humpin' Mart.
Hey! What are you doing to my van?
What does it look like? I'm fixing it.
Oh, they're gonna cook.
We discover.
Where's the lab?
Hey, what are you doing out there?
And
Grandpa Simulator? Yeah.
Leave behind. What?
That's my back. Oh,
Will your story end, Alfie?
Falls down the stairs. Forever ago. Could be a cozy game. Not for me, though.
Is there a past you wish
I
you could
demand
rewrite?
action.
Loop start.
Cyberpunk music. Also, kind of, you know, it's cute.
I'll change the future. There's still time.
Ascend to 0. Oh! Dispatch! DLC.
Oh my god.
Aaron Paul. Coming to Xbox. Oh boy. Oh boy. Right.
I didn't do this.
I feel like you've said that a lot in your life.
Check out how Dispatch changed the game over at Xbox Wire. Spoiler, they just made all the characters hot.
Kind of. That's how you do it. That's the simple way. Guys, just make everybody hot. And you're fine. And you're fine. First impressions, people are gonna buy your game because people are hot and they're like, yeah, this looks good. Let's go. Seriously, it's that simple. Just look at the first Descendant. Huge fall off in players, but goddamn, that game was successful on day one.
What the hell happened here? Where is everyone?
What is this? Spaceship? Rebellion. It's been a while since I saw those. Oh. Eerie.
Warning. Adverse weather conditions detected. Wind speeds
What up,
reaching
Killmonger?
survival threshold. Seek shelter.
Are you gonna do a breakdown of the Expanse trailer? Kind of. I can actually do it at the end of the stream, just to make it easy. Alien Deathstorm. Okay.
Dive deeper into the tense, volatile atmosphere of Alien Deathstorm in an interview with developer Rebellion over on Xbox Wire.
Yeah.
Listen up, you useless frogs. Your king is hungry and I want my next meal now. You have 15 minutes to get into that sewer and find me some food. So start searching, or I'll eat you instead. Use that sticky tongue of yours to drag back something nice and juicy. Frogs say stick together when you get down there. The sewers change every time we go and they're full of dangerous traps and strange creatures. Now what are you waiting for? Move! Next time, I want even more. And then more, and more, and more!
Oh, did they front load the showcase? So maybe these are just like the small, tiny games we're getting now. We'll see. Blue, that's what this is, right? I don't really get this. I've seen that dog or wolf before, but I'm not sure what. Is it like a playground for kids? Happy snaps. Okay. Came with ear peek right here, folks. You won't get it if you don't have kids sub 5-year-old. Ah, yeah, right. I suspected as much. Oh, there we go. Nice. Stalker 2.
This story is full of mysteries, like the zone itself. I could never understand why those guys can't just live in peace. The zone has enough to offer without spilling blood over it. When I heard what happened that sunny day, a chill ran down my spine.
I was there. It was night, and it was raining.
Do you call this peace, Veronin? Is this what peace looks like to you? My guys, they let your men in, shared their food, and what did they get in return? According to Section 6, Paragraph B of the D4 Agreement, in case of suspicion regarding one of the parties attacking the other, the affected party has the right to secure and surveil a member of the suspected aggressor.
No one is being taken!
That is my decision to make.
There can be no compromises in this war.
Intense.
We are the ones standing between the zone's plague of filth and ordinary people.
Yeah, this is
Whichever
unrelenting.
way we go, we always end up in the same exact spot. That's justice, I suppose.
That's the end of D4.
Cool, cool. Cost of Hope. Okay, expansion.
To discover the price of freedom.
Oh my god. What the shit? What the hell?
Uncover the first details that make up Stalker 2's upcoming major expansion on Xbox Wire.
Yeah, where's Masters 5? In the far future. Yes. But we're getting to other games next year. Expanse and Exodus, baby. Hell yeah. We're gonna be eating next year, guys. Don't you worry. They're probably gonna start kicking up, you know, a lot of, you know, gameplay and stuff like that these coming months
전하,
to the end of the year.
전하께 하려옵니다. 선천의 초목이 이미 시들어
For
죽었어.
Exodus and Expanse, that is.
한성 안팎에는 굶어 죽은 백성의 시신이 쌓여가고 있사옵니다. 백성들이 굶주림에 미쳐
Korean.
이제는 서로의 살을
Interesting.
뜯어먹고 있사옵니다. 살아있는 이가 죽은 이를 잡아먹고 그 죽은 이가 또다시 누군가의
horrible.
식량이 되옵니다. 식인이 전염병처럼 번지고 있사온데 나라의 기둥이 무너지고 있사옵니다. 전하.
Oh, zombies.
게다가 삼남
Nice.
지방에는 정체를 알 수 없는 무리들이 출몰하여 고을을 불태우고 백성들과 관리들을 무참히 도륙하고 있사옵니다.
South Korea really loves
바라옵건대
zombies for some
전하,
reason.
부디 백성들을 구하여 주소서.
So dramatic. Train to Busan prequel? Yeah, exactly. That was a goated, that's a movie, right? Yeah. Because I've watched a bunch of other shows with zombies in them from South Korea. Oh no, his master. Now he's gonna learn Kung Fu. Wait, no. Taekwondo. Wrong country. I actually studied Taekwondo back in the day. I trained. I'm not very good at kicking anymore, though. Damn. Where are the sound effects, though? Yikes, ow. Dirty Fate Musa. Musa. That's a word for something.
The inhabitants of the archipelago had quite a range of ideas about who
That's a word for
would
something.
come to save them. But even their gloomiest pessimists could never have imagined they'd be pinning all their hopes on
Yes.
a ridiculous old man.
That's what happens when you get old, yeah.
Undoubtedly, he was
My limbs,
prescribed
they
of a
go
fellow for
crack
someone so
every
clearly
time I
beyond
do
his
something.
expiration date.
Musa means
But
soldier
still,
or
what could
warrior.
anyone
Ah,
honestly
so what does
expect from a
Wusa mean?
walking fossil?
With
Maybe
W.
he'd pester
Wusa.
everyone with endless questions, or trace his finger across his maps, which are no less ancient than he. But you'd have to be downright bats to think he'd actually defeat anyone with that funny little cane.
Another old man. Yeah, we got 2 old men on adventures. Is this a reference to us millennials getting old? Yeah, finally Old Man Simulator.
Of course, one can blindly hope that certain creatures might rather choose to withdraw, if only out of immense
God.
respect for the age-old wisdom of the venerable
The age of the
reanimated
protagonist is
museum
going to
exhibit.
continuously go up because
But
we're just
most
getting
won't
older.
be surrendering without a fight.
All the actual gamers are getting old.
On the other hand, isn't that how every ancient geezer recounts the story of his life? Dramatic, fantastic, as if every trivial excursion were transformed into a series of trials, and every new day brought inevitable pain.
Oh, damn.
And were this life eternal, there would be no end to the
Yeah,
suffering.
this
It's
is
true
pretty cool,
what they
though.
say. Some people get so old, they simply forget to die.
The eternal life of Goldman. That's me. That's my story.
Marzir, Astar balna diwin ko nara. Petir mardeshkal.
Made up languages like that, they just, sound cringe to me. Like hot teas, but shit.
Under Edwards, ko Giramelta. Ko Strila Bigkan.
Stop! Stop with the
Oh.
fake language. Yeah. Oh, audio. Sexy alien waifus? Not her. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. The Expanse made-up language is the only one my ears accept. Are you thinking about the Belter language? Because that is a mix of actual... what's it called? Entalota. English Creole, right, or Creole. Is it Creole or Creole? Oh, that's her. I've seen her. God damn it.
In the name of Hades, let's begin.
Let's see how strong you really are.
I cannot stop Kronos on my own. Will you aid me?
Our power now is yours.
They're going to love this.
Oh, whoa.
You will shine so bright it hurts.
Why are you here?
Vengeance for
Damn,
my family.
Hercules. Holy. Huh. Very nice. Neuron activation? I know, yeah.
The critically acclaimed sequel to the godlike roguelike is coming soon to Xbox. Find out more on Xbox Wire.
She's cool. God, there's something wrong with the transmission.
Just take care of your little freaking robo-zoo and let me do my thing.
Artificial detective.
All of humanity has disappeared. Sound like the biggest missing persons case in the history of the world? Yeah, thank God I'm on the job. Artificial Detective 2846. Best detective in the world. Only detective in the world. The point is this, all right? I'm gonna solve this case. There's just one piece in the puzzle that's driving me crazy. No touching. You got your toy? These are my toys. I'm a detective.
Are we gonna play as a
not
clanker?
babysitter, all right?
Oh, people are not gonna like this. Ay, ay, ay.
What the f...
Oh boy. Oh, in-game. Okay. Yeah, you're playing as a clanker. Okay.
Hold on, kid!
Play as ChatGPT, the game. Steampunk meets cyberpunk? Yeah. It's a little similar, actually.
I got you.
Like the garbage heap place. Destroy it, become clanker.
Step
Clanker
into the
propaganda.
dystopian world of Artificial Detective and meet its creators in a developer interview over on Xbox Wire.
Yeah, I guess that was the entire showcase. Maybe it was or wasn't. Was or wasn't. Was not or was. It was. Coming to Game Pass. Let's go. AI promotion. I don't think it's supposed to be that. Special look at Stranger Than Heaven. Very nice. Thanks for watching. Very nice. Okay, cool. Now let's analyze the little what did we say? What do we call it? The Expanse trailer. Osiris Reborn. Let's rewatch this this mother clucker again and see what it's all about, okay? I'm gonna turn myself off for a moment so you guys can see the entire screen.
It was like another life. Everything made sense to you.
Oh, you're back already? Wait, so you flew in on that?
Now, every voice a tight beam.
Protegen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want.
We need him alive!
Locked on to you, like a torpedo.
Do not interfere.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong.
Series belongs to Belters. I didn't become a mercenary to run away from my enemies.
Fear festering into hatred. Typical.
Surely a little gun doesn't scare you.
A Trojan horse. Protegen let its own enemies in.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend?
We have to find our own answer.
There we go. Let's go through this thing frame by frame. Now, of course, because we're live here, I can't really do my YouTube magic editing thing, so we're gonna just check it out. I'm gonna read your comments as well. It was okay. How dare you, Aros? This trailer was pretty good, pretty damn good. The thing is, well, it's my opinion at least. I think this looks great. I think some of you brought up the facial animations here. I think, you know, in terms of facial animations compared to what we've seen before, not in terms of like, you know, The Expanse, but in this type of genre, I feel like, you know, the RPGs with, you know, choosing dialogue, etc. It looks pretty good. One thing that I constantly, like, I can't stop thinking about is the character designs. Because everybody's hot. Damn, that's really good. Thank God. Right, yeah, Bruce. Facial animations look strange. Kind of reminds me of Starfield. Nah, I wouldn't say so. Definitely not. I mean, look at this. That's not very Starfield. So, you know, she has expressions. Thank God. But then again, you know, who knows? Maybe that's early game. I think the game looks relatively polished though, and it's coming out on beta. So, you know, we're gonna be able to try out the game before too long, which is very nice. Hair jiggle, yes, they have hair physics. Look at that. And now remember, this is coming from Owlcat, so this is the first time they've like made a game like this. So it's a pretty big divorce from what they've done before. But I have faith in it. It looks really good. Let's see here. Okay, here's the ship that we get to fly around in. I can't really talk much about that. It's just a big ship in space. Here we see some of the facial animations in action again. I think this just overall looks pretty good. Here we have, you know, I think that's the player character right there. And I don't remember this guy's name. I don't remember all of the companions' names yet. It's too early. It's still too early. I'm gonna need about 10 mods to make her acceptable. Say what? Nah, that's just the regular space background you're talking about there. That space looked like. Here we got some facial animations again. Let's see if we can find some Easter eggs and things like that. Obviously, this one I can't really talk about here, but, you know, they have it in the trailer, so I gotta talk about it. Technically, I'm not gonna say what this is, but people who say that, oh, Expanse doesn't have extraterrestrials, well, I mean, watch the show and you'll get it, or read the books. But, you know, for the ease of access and getting into it, watch the show. Because it's pretty damn good. Here we see two companions. I think that's, again, the player character there. They've swapped some armors here, jumping down a mine shaft. Very cool. I wonder if this is the villain right here, because she seems like an asshole. I do love the armor, though. Look at these big, chunky boys. Holy. I mean, her armor is pretty cool as well, but look at them. Jesus. I think Exodus will be more like Mass Effect than The Expanse. I mean, if you look at the, you know, world building, I would say yes. In terms of lore and the expansive universe of having, like, essentially a lot of various alien type races, I would say Exodus is more similar. It's also being made by a lot of the same guys that worked on Mass Effect, so, you know, obviously. She seems pretty evil. We can't see any name here for her, but she is probably transmitting to us, because we're probably chasing her. Very, very interesting. Very, very mysterious. Here we get a look at the UI as well. So as you can see here, it's very tactical. Of course, I'm in the way here, but right where I'm overlaid, there we see the companion. I think, yeah, the left companion, and then to the right we have the right companion, Michael. So essentially, yeah, right. Here we have the UI. It's very minimalistic. And I think it's one of those few things. I like it, but it's also one of those things that I'm a little unsure about because it's almost like too minimalistic. But, you know, I'm going to have to sleep on that and think on it. But here we can see, for example, you have right button for a certain ability, LB plus RB, so left shoulder button and right shoulder button. Of course, they're playing this on a PlayStation. No, Xbox. What am I talking about? This is the Xbox Showcase. Am I stupid? Yes. And the D-pad down is for some ability, it seems like. We can also see that there's one weapon class here. Armor, very nice. Health, so you don't have shields, of course, because Expanse doesn't really have shields in terms of armor. So yeah, armor and health. Very cool. I really like the explosive effects here. Jesus. I wonder what that is. Is that napalm or something? Health bar is so long. Indeed it is, but I wonder if it's going to go down very quickly. Also, we have, I think this is the ammo count right here. Yep, it is. Ammo count and before you get to reload. So it's like, you know, it's pretty effective in terms of telling you, okay, this is all of your abilities and the stuff you have. So 3-party team. Yeah, it's essentially like Mass Effect in that way where you go with two squad members on missions. Very nice. We can use some environmental stuff here to kill our enemies. So using these, what are they called? Ice shards. Very cool. Very nice. I could see, you know, some things that they definitely have to work on, which they obviously will, is, for example, the player character here has this very, you know, flat expression. He's not doing any expression at all. So, you know, hopefully there's like small polishes like that here and there. Obviously there's going to be. And this is some sort of scanning thing he's doing. So you can scan for enemies. I wonder if this is because of this specific class, or if you can actually do this for every class. Looks like a luminothermic grenade back there. Yeah, I was thinking about, like, wasn't that a thing in the show? They need to scale down everything in the HUD. You think so? You don't like you think it's too big? You could, I mean, if I would guess that you probably can decrease the size of it. I mean, a lot of games you can do that with, so that wouldn't surprise me. Here we go. This is probably, is this, yeah, that's Ceres, right? Yeah, exactly. It says over there. So Ceres Station. You can see that some shit has gone down here, I think, or has it? There we go. Yeah, some, you know, some small adjustments to some of the animations. But of course, you know, it's coming out next year, so they have a lot of time to work on it. See some belters here. Xalte ere gova da kant. No clue what that means. Is this the game with the Earthlings, Martians, and belters? Yes. Here we see some good facial animations again. Very nice. Also, they don't seem to be skimping down on the gore and the violence here. We see a lot of blood splatter. I don't know if you guys remember, but from the gameplay showcase where they showed off the Zero-G or the mag boots, you know, section, some sections when you were outside on the space station, they actually showed off more than blood splatter. I think actual gore. So, did that guy's arm just get blown off? It almost looks like it there, right? But, you know, who knows? Hopefully. Man, I sound kind of crazy when I say that, though. But you know, in a game like this, you do want heavy emphasis on, like, violence, because these are, you know, it's a violent show. It's a, you know, the books are pretty violent. Like, it's a pretty violent universe. So you don't want to skimp on the, you know, the grittiness of it, because then it just becomes like somebody mentioned before, it becomes like Starfield. We don't want that. So, you know, go heavy on the adult stuff, please. No Disney violence, please. Exactly. God, in games like these, you need to have, I mean, in Mass Effect, you can pop dudes' heads like that, boom. You know, we need this type of mature stuff, because that's the kind of player that plays these games. It's the mature people. Here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, so this this companion right here, I wonder, is that... Yeah, that's the other guy with the mohawk. He has a different suit on. So yeah, essentially, yeah, seems like you can switch around with various armors and outfits and weapon sets. Crimson Desert really needed some gore. I absolutely agree. You know, a lot of blood splatter here and there, but that's just, yeah, you know. Oh, here we go. Dialogue choices. Michael, the flamethrowers probably would have driven the mutant away, but we interfered. Now it's our job to stop it. Cool guys don't run away from problems. I like that because it's like, you know, cool guys don't look at explosions kind of reference. I've always wanted to be a monster hunter. What? Is this just my brain going like, wait, are they referring a bunch of other games? Can't we just fly away? We are able to help. That means we have to. We risk upsetting our allies if we don't interfere. Okay, pretty cool. There's 5 dialogue options here. I wonder if the left side here is more investigate. No, is it more like a heart, like serious, being kind and serious? And is the other one, the other side, the cool guys don't run away from problems, and I've always wanted to be a monster hunter, are those supposed to be like jokey attitude or goofy, you know, player attitude? Because if that is the case, I like that they have several options for you to, in that case, be goofy, or several options for if you want to be, you know, if you want to be kind. Very interesting. Left side is investigate, I think. Yeah, maybe. I think they could probably make that a little bit more clear, because, you know, when you look at that, like, they have the same look, like both sides. It's like, okay, does that mean I make a choice on the dialogue, or is it just investigating? There we go. Galaxy map. Here's the galaxy map, guys. We can see the entire solar system here. Very cool. Very nice. And I presume that, yeah, you can engage with that and fly around. I do wonder how, you know, exploring is going to work, you know, going from planet to planet. Is it going to be like Normandy, where you just go, you know, on the map? Or do you actually fly the thing? Okay, that's the other companion, and this is Regina. She's the only one I've, like, really remembered, because, I mean, look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. They did not hold back on designing Regina, I gotta say. I am so impressed that they actually... Like, you know, the art for the game, I thought that was kind of like a stand-in, because that's usually how a lot of developers do it. They do this art where you see characters and they're like, oh, they look great. But then in the game, they don't really look that similar. This is 1-to-1 what she looks like in the art, the official art for the game. So I gotta say props to Owlcat for not fooling people into thinking that, oh, okay, so they're probably gonna look different in the game. No, she literally looks like that on the poster. Oh, Elias, that design is nightmarish, full Uncanny Valley for me, you think? Man, I think she looks gorgeous. Oof. Miranda after 50 mods. Essentially, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Clothing textures could use some more tinkling. Yeah, for sure, absolutely. You know, a tad amount, but I think it looks good overall. But yeah, some textures could definitely get have a little workaround. Neuron activation? Oh, for real. For real. I thought this was a frigate like the Rocinante, but the size of the inside looks more like a cruiser or destroyer. I think they've mentioned that it is pretty much like the Rocinante. Or Rocinante. Do you say, wait, Rossi? It's Rossi, right? Rocinante. The ship in the show, essentially. Which is kind of tiny. Well, it's not tiny, but it's not big either. So, but I think it's going to be pretty crowded. Patricia, welcome. There we go. Here we get a better look at the mission board. Okay, no. Okay, so that guy appears. So the guy to the left here, the Korean guy or the Japanese, or, you know, I don't know his nationality, but he looks like a K-pop idol. That's why I think Korean immediately, because he's like You know, he looks like he just looks like a K-pop idol or something. I'm glad that all the companions so far look good. That is, we haven't seen all of them. There are a couple of ones we haven't seen yet. I think it's 2 more after these ones. So it's Regina, that guy, that guy, that guy. And then there's a guy, and another girl, and another girl. Right. Yeah, there are a few more. Please move a little to the left. Don't cover the curves. Oh, you mean this area right here. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yeah, but yeah. You see what I'm saying? Duck real quick. I have a better angle for you. There you go, you gooners. There you go. Woo, let's go. He looks like he's going to say fuyo. Ah, right. The other guy? Maybe. He looked pretty good, though. Goon respectfully. Exactly. Let's see here. Caution, warning. Why is there a bunch of stickers on his helmet? I don't remember that being a thing in the show. Anyway. Right, here we get some combat, some, well, not 0G. Well, technically it's not 0G because you're using mag boots here. Again, pretty nice. I like the destructible environments. Do we have any abilities we can use here? Well, we have a couple, but we can't see what they're called. LB, and RB, and Y again. Here we have another biome right here. That's the, what's it called again? God, I can't remember all the names and words. I gotta rewatch this show actually, now that I think about it. Michael to the right. Right, so Michael is one of the other companions that wasn't at the table that we saw before. So he's right there. He's one of your companions. He's more like a soldier, I think. Is that the player character to the left, actually? Yeah, it seems like it. So this UI to the left, that is the player character, I would assume. Seems like it. Or maybe I'm confused. I'm not sure. Noise, I know, right? Gooners. Okay, look in the drone aesthetic right there. There we go, Mars. So this specific outfit here, this has to be Martian because it has the colors and it has that like muscle suit appearance. So this is obviously, you know, a Martian suit. I think it even says right there, yeah, it says MCRN. So that's the Mars faction. So this is essentially what the Mars faction's outfits look like. They're like this muscle suits, right? Like almost like Crisis suits, a little, you know, in a way, because they're Mars in The Expanse is like highly, well, militaristic, I would say, in a way. Like they're very ordered. But they've also had to be, like, they've had their reasons because they're separate from Earth, so they're not, like, you know, they're not the best friends with Earth or the Belters. They're definitely more military. Whenever I think about Mars, I think, oh, they're the military people. Press X to lift door. Let's go. Quick time events. Woohoo. Do we know anything if we can control our companions, or is it more like Mass Effect? I don't know. That one I don't know yet. That shoddy type weapon, I leveled that chick. Yeah. God damn. A lot of these weapons look really cool. And very impactful. There we go. Okay, so he's the technical guy, right? I assume that he is. Press X to doubt. Okay, here we go. We can fly around with the drone here. Reach strange objects. Echoes in the dark. So is this... Wait, is this what I think it is? I'm not going to spoil. Okay, to the left here, we have ascend, descend, toggle, accelerate, LB to shoot. Very nice. We can float around with the drone at least. And here we have two guys shooting, what are they called? Aren't they the mining lasers, essentially? Oh, it's Osiris. Protogen, right. Oh, okay. The big guys. And we gotta good look of the ship again, and here we have the thing. What did he jump on? Like, who was he attacking? Ow. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. But that's not one of the companions. Okay, so it's an enemy, I would assume. Oof. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this. This is gonna be spicy. But who's getting romanced? Who is that to the right? Wait a second, who is that? Is that the player character? No. Who's the player character here? Guys, we need to analyze. Whoa. Whoa. Yo, okay, let's look a little closer at that. Jesus, that outfit. Who is that? You think that's a female player character? Do you think so? Because this character I don't recognize from the squad. And that's not Michael, and it's not the other guy. It's not the Asian guy. So, no, this is probably the male, like the player protagonist. This is someone else. Good day, Mr. Holton. Hey, Lame, how you doing? Welcome. Whoa, I know, right? Whoa. Whoa, oh, Jesus, I can back away even more. Who is that? Because she's not on the squad, I don't think. Or is she? Maybe Protogen Honeypot? Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's just a character that tries to romance you for a reason, but it's not gonna, maybe it's one of those, as a woman, I hope that can be a female main. Well, you can be a female main, so no worries there. You can absolutely play as a female character, but I do wonder. Yeah, strip club. It kind of looks like it, exactly, because there's a lot of, like, these pink lights, right? Very cool. I gotta take a look at the guy again. Do I recognize him? No, that's gotta be the player character. This one, again, I think is I think maybe it's one of those things. Oh, she's part of Osiris. So she's Protogen. Okay, very interesting. So she's not like some space pirate. There we go. What's happening here? He got like injected with... Oh, right, the thing. The anti-gravity issue. Ba 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 ba. So you can take the G's. Right. Very cool. Ah, like it. Very nice. Very nice. There's actually, there's a bunch of other things maybe that I'm not noticing, because as much as I am a fan of The Expanse, I don't know everything about the universe. So there's probably a few of you there that's going to be like, oh, why didn't he mention this? Because, partly I don't really remember all of that stuff that I've seen in the show. I do remember this part, though, from the trailer. How does she fit into that armor? Well, it looked pretty big. So, yeah. Lame, did I miss something? Well, essentially my little breakdown here, but you can just, go back to it and check it out if you want to. Let's see here. I'm just going to check something here a bit quickly. I'm just going to keep the image here. Hold on a moment. Okay, very nice, very cool. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Okay, you guys are going to be mad at me. No, you're not going to be mad at me, because you do want this. There we go. Okay, so I can now talk about the fact that I have actually seen this trailer before. I was invited by Alcat, as well as a few other people, to check out the trailer and ask them some questions. And yeah, we learned a few things about the game there, but I'll see if I can read this out to you. So I can't really, well... I'll try to, because I've jotted it down, so I'll try to talk about this as naturally as I can. Let's see here. So, okay, yeah, right. Okay. So the details for the game here about the release is spring 2027. That is something, of course, that they showed off. And of course, yes, there's going to be a closed beta. And here we go. Some things about the world. So we have Ganymede, the hydroponic farms. We have Ceres, the major hub, Medina, and Toth Station. So for like all you lore nerds, that are some of the places we're going to be able to visit. When they were asked, because I was there, obviously, whether how the ship works, like when you travel with the ship, I didn't really get a full idea, clear answer on like how we travel with the ship. So it's either going to be a little bit, there's either going to be like flyable sections, or it's going to be more like Mass Effect where you just control the ship, through the galaxy map. I'm not sure exactly here what the clear answer was. Maybe I'll clarify that in another video. But we can, of course, explore a bit. Of course, it's mostly story driven, but there are explorable areas you can go to. So it's like, it's not open, but it has semi-open zones that you can go to, of course, to explore. The game length, so for the story, it's about 30 hours from what we learned. I think that's what they said. And that's depending on if you just, beeline the story. So it's like, it's pretty regular in terms of like, if you look at like Mass Effect, if you look at Mass Effect 2, 3, games like this, 30 hours, give or take, if you just rush it, if you just do the main story. So, if you do a bunch of other stuff and do side content, it's probably going to be twice that, I would assume. Mr. Holton's big reveal, exactly. And yeah, you would have to pre-order if you want to head into the beta, so remember to do that. One companion does all the flying? Yes, it is. For sure. I don't think we asked that. Maybe somebody else knows about that. Let's see here if there was something else. Right, it's a cover-based third-person shooter. Of course, you need to take a lot of cover in the game, because if you don't, you're gonna die pretty quickly. So it is a cover shooter, but it's also like very tactical. You have to move around. So the loadout you will have in the game is one long weapon, I think they said, and one sidearm. So you can, pick a, whatever big rifle you want to use. And then you also have a sidearm you can switch to whenever you want. And up to 3 gadgets. I think it was 3. Yes. 3 gadgets that you can equip before you go to the mission. And the game does not have a stop function, so you're not stopping the game when you go into the pause. You slow it down to about 10% game speed, essentially. So it's slow-mo. It's real-time with slow-mo pause, so it's not true pause. So you still need to be like careful whenever you pause or slow down the game, because you can get headshot if you're just, peeking around a corner. And of course, yes, you can scan the companions here, or scan the enemies, issue companion orders, and yeah, you can essentially do the Mass Effect thing where you pick up or use a certain ability or use a grenade and throw that during the pause. So yeah, there's strategizing a bunch of it that you can do. Let's see here. Right, yeah, so the very interesting thing here about the companions is that you can tell them to blow up certain things in the environment for like tactical reasons, of course. So, you don't have to just place them at a certain spot and they'll just, shoot automatically. Of course they will, but you can order them to destroy that thing or destroy that thing, destroy that thing. So you can like create opportunities to do environmental damage and things like that. Holy shit, Owlcat is looking for community managers in China. Oh, goddamn. Well, I mean, they are expanding, so hey. Very cool. Of course, yes, full controller support is baked in. Let's go to some RPG elements here. Right, you can pick between Earther, Martian, and Belter. This is not new to anyone who's interested, but you can choose between these factions, and depending on what you choose, you will get like a lot of meat out of it. So, for example, if you play a Belter, there's actually a different animation sort of to when you take cover and things like that, because Belters are usually pretty lanky, sometimes tall and things like that, because they're, they live in zero gravity generally, or not live, but they grow up essentially in zero gravity. So yeah, their skeletal structure, everything about them is just a little bit more lanky. So it's, depending on that. And then of course a bunch of dialogue options and things like that. Are the 3 widgets spread out between 3 operatives, or does your character get all 3? Good question. That I don't think we got to specifics. But I would assume it's your 3 gadgets, and then your companions have their own like abilities or gadgets. For example, here to the left, let's see, that I'm blocking. He has, I think that's 2 abilities. Either it's 2 abilities or it's 1 ability and 1 slot is empty for another gadget or something like that. But I think the 3 gadgets are yours. That's what I'm gonna assume. 0.3 gravity, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't really know exactly the gravity they grow up in, but yeah, it's relatively low. So let's see here. 2 playstyles that we've learned about are officers and hackers. So officers is big guns and just, soldier, essentially, pretty much like in Mass Effect. Hacker, you have gadgets, you have tracking, you have utilities, and a bunch things like that. Think again, like maybe like what's it called again in Mass Effect? Well, you get it, like tech stuff. You can do a bunch of techie stuff. And there appears like there is a drone preset, I think, that you can use, not in the beta, but you will be able to use a form of a drone later on at some point. As I think it's the hacker that can use a drone. So I think that was the part we saw with the drone is, but no, that's a story thing, I think, actually. Can I be a biotic? Let's see here. Okay, so for skill checks, because somebody asked about that, it's essentially D&D, but it's not with any dice, so you're not rolling in real time. Yeah, it's a hidden stat check, essentially, so you're not seeing it. But it's like based on your social skills to unlock loot and, choose dialogue options and other areas of the game. So again, you have something called social skills as well that you have to invest in. And the progression is 2 main character skill trees. We have combat, survival, and leadership, and dedicated social skill trees, like I mentioned before. You'll also use scavenged materials at workbenches to level up gear with specific perks rather than just flat damage boosts. There's going to be a lot of perks you have to pick between and things like that. Also, materials are something that you gain from missions whenever you do the main story missions or side missions. So then you go over to your workbench, and you should visit that very often to upgrade your gear, things like that. Vadim, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Social skills. Damn it. Well, I'm not really exactly sure what type of trees they are, but they are important because I don't think we've seen them yet. Missed the showcase anything hot? I would say so, yeah. Very hot companions. I could show you this. Very hot. Very nice. Okay, so here we go. So the squad is essentially 6 companions in total. So yeah, you take 2 on missions while the rest stay on the ship, and they can actually assist you during combat and during missions. So you can call in favors and help from your, from people on the ship, like your companions. So, and like tactically in-game, like in-game speaking. So it's not like cinematics where the Joker shows up and saves your ass. You can actually like do this thing or do this thing from the ship, and they will like do it. Very cool. So we can't control them, it seems. I'm not sure. Not what I meant, but I'll take it. Good. You'll take it, Vadim. Good. But yeah, check out the trailer later. It's pretty good. Choices. Here we go. We have heavy emphasis on consequences. I actually asked. I'll get to that in a moment because we had some fun with this. But yeah, decisions have immediate and so-called long-term butterfly effects, and you can absolutely roleplay as a total asshole if that's your vision. So, folks, if you don't want to be a goody two-shoes all the time, yes, you can be a douche. To what extent? I'm not sure, because the story still has to like progress and you're still the hero of the day. I mean, so it's not like, I don't think we went into how deep exactly the role-playing is, but it's more like in the case of like Mass Effect, where you are still the hero. So you're not turning into a piece of shit villain, like you know, for example, in Baldur's Gate 3, you know, with the Dark Urge. So it's definitely more like hero, but you can still be a douchebag. Yeah, so yeah, you can pretty much be a renegade, kind of. It's not renegade, but it's, you know, you can do things like that. I want that handgun. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. And romance, yes, of course, confirmed. Very much confirmed. We already saw that here. And I asked this because I asked them, how deep is the romance system? It's going to be like, you know, in certain games such as like Dragon Age and other games, you have essentially reputation meters that you have to sort of clear to get into a situation with someone. And it's not a flat, you know, change in terms of like character stats of, oh, how is my reputation with this character? It's more dynamic than that, for sure. Yeah, it's built up around organic interactions and dialogue. So yeah, choose the right dialogue and unlock at some point. And also they have their own social skills that might affect that in some way. Let's see here. Was it something else? Right, the thing about the belters, how they can, like, how it affects, like, how they move and how they take cover and things like that. Animation scaling, for example, was something that they brought up that they have. Jesus. Romance and Owlcat games are pretty deep from my experience, and it's actually very organic and based on dialogue and story choices. Yeah, so that, I think the romance is probably going to be one of the better parts of the game, honestly. I do wonder what the romance is going to look like with her. I think it's probably going to be one of those situations where she's kind of like a, you know, she's kind of badass, kind of like a cold sort of bitch, but then at the end of the day, you know, kind of warm her up and you kind of fix her. People love fixing people. Let's see here. TV show cast, right? So we're going to run into some characters from the TV show, and their actors actually reprise their roles. I don't know if all the actors are going to reprise their roles, but, well, yeah, some of them are, for sure. So, yes, if you have a favorite from the show, you're probably going to run into them, hopefully. And they have recorded specific situational dialogue for the game specifically. So yeah, seems like most of the cast is back, I would say. And again, yes, so something that I wrote up here, the guy in the chair actually holds grudges, and that the guy in the chair is the person or a companion that helps you from the ship during certain missions. And if they recommend a thing and you say no, or you do another thing, they might actually like, you know, if you ignore their advice, they can hold grudges. So dialogue is not just important in terms of like romance, it is also important in terms of helping you out in gameplay, because they might actually, you know, your relationship may actually be fractured because you don't do what they say or because you ignore their advice, which I think is really cool. Because that means, you know, you have to make decisions during a fight and you're like, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going to go with my solution. And they might actually hold a grudge against you for that. I think that's really cool. I spy something I'm looking forward to and pre-ordered. Cool. You get to participate in the beta. Very nice. Okay, so let's see here. For mature themes, this is something, I don't know if that was me. I think maybe that was someone else who brought that up. But they are not holding back on the M rating, the mature rating. So there's going to be a lot of gray morals. There's going to be betrayals, actual executions of enemies, and very sexual scenes. So rejoice. Mass Effect, folks. Grown-ups, rejoice. Very nice. Also, let's see here. From what we know so far, the beta will have a normal, and I think they said hardcore. So yeah, there are 2 difficulties for the beta. If you want to know anything about the beta, it's like, okay, so it's normal, casual, that is pretty easy, and then hardcore, or core or hardcore, I don't remember. And then we have, I don't know if this was clear or not, but I think they said that there's no melee weapons, because you will be focusing on close quarters weapons and personal shields and gadgets and things like that. So yeah, I don't know if they said that there won't be a knife. I think they talked about this on one of the other, because they had a conversation again with other people. I think that's when they revealed that. But I'm not sure about this one yet, so don't quote me on this. But it's mostly around like you know, choosing the right close quarters weapons and things like that. And when it comes to social skills, here we go. So there's about 6 social skills in the game, and 2 have been explicitly named, and that's athletics and hacking. And you can use, for example, athletics to move heavy crates, and hacking to bypass terminals and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely gonna like affect how you play the game and things, you know, how you interact with the environment and things like that. Also, your ship is essentially a mobile camp, and its interior will visually evolve based on your story choices. So depending on what you do throughout the game, the ship is going to change depending on, you know, the, you know, interior and things like that. There's no housing customization or gardening and farming mechanics, unfortunately, but your choices will affect how the ship looks. If you can't make a good melee, might as well not include it. Maybe, Vadim, maybe. But I'm not clear on what the actual answer there was, if there is no melee, or if there is, but it's not the, you know, it's not the focus of the gameplay. I'm not really sure. I'll have to talk with them again and discuss it with them. But it's really cool to have been invited by them. I gotta brag a little because they seem to be fans of the channel, I gotta say. Then again, we were like 20 people or something, I don't remember. We were quite a few people, so it wasn't like you know, I was talking to them alone. But yeah, really, really cool people over at Owlcat. Big fan of them just in general. The folks in charge, especially the people we talked to. They're really passionate, super happy, and just enjoyable to talk to. Awesome people. Great people that seem to know what they're doing. Absolutely. I did ask them one thing though, which I haven't included here, that is not specific to the game itself, but I actually asked them what their biggest challenge has been going from the CRPG type games that they usually do to a third-person action shooter like this. And I think, yeah, they said essentially everything, because they've had to scale up so much more. They had to like build everything from scratch. And I think they also mentioned something about the communication, because of course they're not American, so it's not their main language. So they're gonna, like, you know, discussing and talking to other team members and hiring people across the board. It's all a very difficult process. So, but they're enjoying it. Obviously, it's been a big thing that they're swinging for. Essentially, this is their big swing, really. If you just look at it, like, their games have always been great and memorable, but it's like this, you know, this game could really, really, really put them on the map. They've already been on the map in terms of CRPG stuff, but in action, goddamn, they're very passionate. I'll tell you that. Really cool that you went to that. I was just, you know, it was just from my computer right here, so it was just, you know, it's just online, so I wasn't actually physically there. But I would love to visit them one day. That would be cool. Wouldn't that be something? But yeah, essentially, this is everything that we found out so far that I could compile. There might have been something that I missed about the game here. But I think I just added a lot of the things that seemed relatively clear to me. The only thing that wasn't super clear was melee combat, I think. The other stuff was pretty, oh, okay, yeah. Of course, as well, I gotta mention this. If there is something here that is incorrect, because it could be, it's also because, of course, they have a pretty big language barrier they have to get over, which is something that I also have to think of because I'm Swedish, right? American and English is not my main language, so sometimes when I say things, it might sound like I'm saying one thing, but it's actually another. So if there is something here that's incorrect, that's probably because of a, it's a translation thing, when they're speaking English. It's like, obviously, as somebody who speaks multiple languages, it can be difficult to get the point across sometimes. So, in case you run into things that are maybe, oh, but that's not what he said, and this creator said this thing, and this creator said this thing, because I would imagine that might be a problem that comes out. They're not native English speakers. I just got here, but by this image, she's giving me Miranda vibes. Am I off? I think she has Miranda vibes. I think so. She seems to be, yep. That sultry look as well. Jesus. Whoa. RPG seems to be in a new golden age. Lots of heavy hitters came out this decade and more potential bangers on the way. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. This and Exodus, man. This and Exodus next year. I can't believe we're getting 2 games like this in the same fucking year, in the same area of the year, because this comes out in spring. So think, April or something like that, maybe in May. And Exodus comes out early 2027 as well. I don't think we know the exact, month, but we're getting these 2 relatively close to each other. I did not expect that. I thought we're going to see maybe, Exodus in 2027, because that was obviously delayed, much to the chagrin, of everyone. But they also kind of need to polish it, of course. And then I thought that The Expanse would be like a 2028 game, because I didn't think that they had gone had gotten that far with the game. But they've actually gotten so far as to we're getting a beta, and it releases in spring next year. It's like, damn, they're actually further along than I imagined, which is very cool. It's awesome. So 2027 is the return of soft Mass Effect, essentially. The spiritual successors to Mass Effect. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Live for space RPGs. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's go. I should say cinematic space RPGs, because that is a distinction I think a lot of people forget. When we talk about Mass Effect-like games, it's usually cinematic science fiction RPGs. I think that is probably the more correct way to describe it. I might need to look into the Expanse books myself. I'm not much into reading, but I'm craving the last 3 seasons. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, for sure. Read the books. Owlcat actually makes games rather quickly if you look at how long their other games look to make. I haven't really thought about that, but yeah, they're definitely effective, for sure. And looking at this trailer, I do think yeah, okay. And, for any of the points you guys brought up, maybe some of the animations for some of the faces and things like that, or some of the texture maybe looks a little off, or some of the UI looks a little off, they still have until next year, and we're playing the beta to, to give them feedback. So if you do get to participate in the beta, which you do get to do if you pre-order, so if you're an early supporter, you get to participate in the beta. And did they say when that was going to be? I think they said that was going to be in April. So beta April. Very nice. So yeah, they're going to have a lot to work on, but I just looking at it from this, I think this could be a banger, man. This could be a banger. April 22. Thank you, guys. Yeah, April 22 is the beta. So if you want to participate there, I normally don't suggest pre-ordering because I never pre-order myself. But for this one, if you want to participate in the beta, I'm just saying you would have to pre-order the game. But yeah, Skyrim buggy or early Cyberpunk buggy. Oh, I don't think this game is going to be either of that. That's why we're having the beta. You know, so they can work on the stuff that you give them feedback on. So yeah, make sure you participate in the beta. Very good. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. I might actually make a little video about this or compile this into a video, this live stream. So hey, but yeah, that's going to be it for today. Very, very fun to be back and streaming for a while there. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, so let the folks at Owlcat know what you think about the trailer so far. And yeah, thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate you being here. Are you beta-ing, Commander? I am beta-ing. I'm gonna be in the beta, absolutely. Thanks, appreciate it, Adam. Take care, you too. Xiao, have a good one. Guys, take care. Mr. Olton signing off. See you next time. I don't know when that's gonna be, but hopefully not too soon. Or not too far away, sorry. Hopefully not too soon. Not too long into the